Happiness actually has always been quite a paradoxical, contradictory, or counterproductive of a emotion, virtue, or condition in the human behavior or the creation of human mind. It could be anything. But then again, it does not necessarily have a concrete, objective, materialistic, palpable, tangible existence into all the real life conditions, circumstances, and realities by which we're constantly surrounded, inside of which we live, in which there are infinite constructs and outside organizations by which not only are we led, governed, but we're also unconditionally enslaved, subjugated, dominated, not only at the hands of our own merciless temptations, desires, lusts for possessions, pleasure, comfort, desire, wealth, riches into our lives, but also we're always enslaved, dominated by all the external constructs and organization institutions of our own making, creating and supporting in one way or another. Happiness is contradictory because it does not exist anywhere in the world, because it exists nowhere apart from the mind, psyche of certain men and women in the world who are very powerful, productive, healthy, talented, and organic enough to always be able to create and regenerate that sort of happiness in one way or another. Apart from that, it has no concrete, tangible, provable existence in reality, but it has been literally brought into the real life conditions and practical existence through the desire, ambition, madness of the human mind, which has also brought into reality and made possible the existence of the different ideologies and constructs of not only society but also marriage, education, politics, democracy. All those things exist because the human mind wanted them to create and for them also to exist, because the human mind encountered and created those ideas with its own genius, excellence, prowess, and brought all those into reality, which was also unlikely, unwanted, unreasonable to begin with. And that's why there is now infinite, unconditional, normalized collective stupidity, mediocrity, monotony, competition, arrogance, a lust in the world, which easily descends into chaos, insanity, and causes tremendous violence, corruption in the modern society, and also destroys the freedom of the individual, authentic, solitary, educated, reasonable, sensible, virtuous sort of men and women in the world in one way or another. So happiness is unattainable. And the more happiness we try to achieve, conquer into our lives, certainly the more misery we encounter, the more basically sadness, tragedy we eventually invite into our lives. We become miserable because we're trying to be unnecessarily happy, even though it just does not exist in reality.